A lot of men are lost. This is going to be a ramble. I see a lot of men that search YouTube, they search the internet looking for father figures because they didn't have fathers in their lives. I grew up with my father. He was a great man. I'm got to give him credit. He was real cool. However, I think because so many men have never had male role models, they don't know how to interact with other men. So they attack men, and in their passion, they become feminine. Yeah, I know this sounds funny. I make everything funny, but truthfully, I think that's the flaw with so many men. You think you're a man, but you don't even know what a man is. Um, a lot of people put these weird prerequisites on being a man. Like I've heard people say, "You never, until you have a child, you're not a man," or different things. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. However, I will always say this: for me, just a simple explanation of what a man is a man is just somebody who accepts responsibility and doesn't run from it. I mean, they face the challenges. They protect people who are associated with them, and men in general, in my mind, um, deal with problems and they try to find solutions. So, of course, people can always argue contrary to what I'm saying. You can say my thought process on what a man is misconstrued. It could be wrong, and I understand that because we are all entitled to our opinion. However, I am not here going to. I'm not here to dictate to you or prove to you how much of a man I am or not a man I am. That's your decision. That's for your perception to figure out who I am to you. But to me, I try to be the best man I can be. Unlike a lot of brothers, I'm not here to belittle you. I'm not here to shape you. If you want advice, you can always hit me up and I'll give you advice. Um, Now, a lot of people say, well, that's not true. Of course, let me use fictional characters because Batman, a lot of people love Batman. And Batman had no children, and Batman's parents died early. But people who believe in fiction, or I mean, not believe in it, but people who follow Batman and like his character would never say that Batman wasn't a man. They would say, well, Batman seems to be how a man should be. He controls himself, he protects people who are innocent, and he has a code that he follows. That's all a man is. Batman tries to solve problems, and maybe the problem can never be solved. However, the character of Batman doesn't run from it, and he tries to find solutions. A lot of men, to me, are feminine, and what I mean by that, you don't. It's nothing wrong with having emotion. Your emotion is there, but you choose not to control it. You're like a woman. You dive all into your emotion, and listen, and you have no code. You put down rules, but then you go against whatever the code is that you try to establish. Keep your word as a man. To me, this is all subjective. This is all Charles's fantasy. This is all what I believe, which is just a belief. A belief is not fact. A belief is just, for me, just an opinion or something that you hold to that you can't prove with scientific evidence or with what you would say experience. I mean, I guess. I mean, I shouldn't say experience, but you guys get the point of my illogical logic. I'm always silly with stuff, but I really want people to think about it. For me, you do not have to be a father to be a man. And there's no age range on when you should be a man because you have some young men, some that you would call a child that probably is a man at 10, accepted responsibility, protected the family, and did what it take without having children. Took care of their mother or their father if their father was invalid or sick or whatever it may be. So a lot of you people should really reflect before you make assertions, before you make statements. Think about what you're saying. Just give it some thought. And listen, I could be totally wrong, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. This is all just from my point of view, and I'm done with my point of view. However, I will say this: nothing that I say to me is law. However, when you're in my household associating with me, then If it's my kingdom, then I'm the king of my kingdom. But I'm not trying to go to your kingdom and rule it, and I'm not trying to tell you who you should be. Everything that I say is from love. People don't understand the term love, and a lot of people don't like to use it. But love to me just means appreciation, admiration, affection, um, attraction. It can be and other things, you know. Um, it's for you to figure it out. I usually want to be kind and cool to people, and I want to be, even though some people don't want to use the term nice. I like to be nice, man. I'm not trying to hurt you, but I'm no joke. I mean, I joke a lot, but don't ever get it twisted that I won't solve a problem that comes to me, because I'm all about solving problems. But if you don't make one, won't be one. I can obviously be what's the best term to use? Um, I'll be sociable, and I can be amicable. You know, I'm not trying to make you ever feel less of a person. However, when you come to me, what I consider disrespectful, I just would disassociate from you, because there's no need for me to engage in non-constructive dialogue. I'm not here to go back and forth with people and to tell them that they're wrong with their theories, or I agree or disagree. I mean, I can do that, but nothing that you are saying is going to make my life better or anybody else's life better. So I'm about to give some more advice. Um, if you're a man, if you consider yourself a man, if you want to be a man, you want to be masculine, come up with a plan of action and follow it. Try to figure out, how can I survive? How can I take care of myself? And if I associate with people, how can I improve the lives of the people that I associate with? That's number one. How can I do it constructively where people will want to follow me? That's number two. How can, if you have family, how can I feed, protect, and provide for my family? That's three, if you choose to have that. Four, how can I grow as an individual? How can I constantly improve? I'm just throwing things out there. These are things that men should think about. And truthfully, women should be thinking about that too. As a woman, if you want to associate with a man, how do I make his life better? What can I do to assist this man? How can I be, um, still be the individual that I want to be, but still be an asset to whoever I'm dealing with? And that's for both men and women. Um, I'm just doing this short. This is not one of, I'm not I'm not really trying to be silly, but I can be silly. I throw some silliness in there all the time because I want people to feel great. However, I want people to think about things. It's good that you have your belief, but everybody's entitled to their own belief. Like I say, I'm very conservative in my worldview about what I think is right and wrong. However, I will let you do you, as long as you don't bring it to me. And if you ask me my opinion about what you've done, yeah, I could think it's wrong, but I'm not stopping you from doing it, because I had to survive. And a lot of people say they're all for individuality, but then they try to control the individuality. Listen, I'm all about the group. So if you want to work with me, I want to work with you. And we can have a dialogue to figure out how we can work together. And if I see that we just can't work together, then we will depart from each other peacefully. If you bring war to me, I'm ready for it. But I hope you never do, because I never want to bring it to you. You know, that's just me. I'm always all over the place, but sometimes I think people should really think about things. I think the first thing, whenever you deal with anyone, why are you not trying to improve their life? What are you doing to make their life better? Everyone I talk to, everyone I touch, anyone, I want to bring something to you. Um, how can I make you feel better about yourself? How can I make you not hate someone else so much? Um, I always want to recommend a book, and a book I'm gonna always recommend for people to begin on that quest of betterment. I would say, if you uh, the Four Agreements. I am not overly religious. I do believe that the higher power, the most high, you, whatever term you want to use for the essence of the universe exists. We can use any type of words we want, whatever way is going to make you feel more connected. You can pick that out, man. I do believe that we're all connected. We're all one because we exist together. And I'm not saying people can't have emotions and you can't hate others, but hating somebody else is like hating yourself, man. And I love me, so I don't hate you. I may hate things people do. I can say that's wrong. I may dislike something, but as people, as a group, as humans, I love you all. So I want people to get past that pain, that hurt. If you try to figure out how to be a man, you know what? You got to look first inside yourself and figure out who you want to be. and how can I become that? Then you find that you work on that, and then you figure out what, if you want to emulate somebody, what man is who you want to be. This is the truth. I admire lots of people, but I never wanted to be anybody except me. And I've been on a quest to figure out who I am, because who I am changes from day to day. Sometimes it's gonna be good, sometimes it's gonna be bad. But I'm just trying to be the best me I can be. And how can I bring joy and pleasure and love, but also teach people to be responsible? I can be irresponsible at sometimes, but I don't run from responsibility. I don't put it on others. And anybody who's under my purview, anybody who I associate with, as long as I can take care of them, I will. I just hate to be forced to take care of people. That's why I try not to make mistakes when it comes to human life, because I don't want to be responsible for a life or for a situation that I didn't think about first. So I'm always trying to be premeditated. I'm always trying to be calculated. I could ramble on and on and on, but this is just a ramble instead of, it's not an interaction. So I am going to end this. People may never check my page out. Who am I? I'm not some sage wisdom super dude. I'm just Charles, and Charles is a loving individual who tries to be kind and polite, and but I'm a man of action. So don't ever take my kindness for weakness, because life is precious, and I'm here to protect lives. I guess that makes sense. Hope everybody feels great. Hope everybody smiles. If you don't like what I'm saying, beat me up. I care not. I'm done with this. I'll probably come back later with a short one that makes much more sense. Hopefully this made sense. But if it doesn't, who cares? Take care.